So, firstly, I want to thank you again and accepting my invitation and again coming to talk with me. This is great thing for me because talking with you is for before gave me a lot of energy. Gave me a lot of information about things which are running in the society right now. So I also suggested people about about your book and. They have seen a lot of people who are connected with me have seen our video in which you told me about a lot of things in which I was a listener and you was a speaker and which is which made me to feel like wow, it was good to talk with you.
It
Yeah.
was great to talk with you, and it's great to talk with you again. I really appreciate it. And as you told me that people have gone and checked out the book and things like that, I'm very pleased. I'm very happy that people are watching the video of us and that they are also apparently liking the video of us and that they've gone and looked at my book. And I'm going to show it here because I think it's an important book that people can get both as Kindle or they can get the book. It's Life on Your Terms, Create the Life You Want. And as you know, if you apply the principles, you can transform your life. So I'm really, really pleased. And it's good to be back with you again.
Thank you so much. Today I want to ask you questions. Will you select a topic or do you have anything specific to talk or if you want me to ask questions randomly?
Go ahead and ask questions. I mean, otherwise I'll talk about my book. But so go ahead and ask questions.
Yeah, I
Whatever.
think yeah. At last 2 minutes we'll talk about your book.
Sure.
Before that, will because we already discussed about your book. I think in the last video, the people who are missed the last video, just go and see the last video. The video is chatting with Rex Sikes. Just go
Yeah.
and see that video. Yeah. Today, uh, you know, I'm introducing this great person again. He's an author, writer from United States who lives in in the state called
Oh, me? I
yeah.
live in states. I live in California and in Wisconsin. I have children that were brought up in Wisconsin, so I came from California to Wisconsin to raise my children, and I go back and forth. I'm
Okay,
currently
okay,
in
okay,
Wisconsin. What you see behind me is Wisconsin trees.
okay, okay. So,
I'm in the
what you
middle.
have observed?
Pardon me.
Okay, my first question is what you have observed, in your life about life.
What have I have observed about life? Uh,
What do you have observed in life about life?
what have I observed? That most of us, myself included, take life far too seriously, and we create problems that don't truly exist. They exist in our imagination. They exist in our thoughts. We look at the world, and then we look through our filters. Those filters are the beliefs that we've gotten since we were born from the people around us and our educators and the media and the culture and those limiting beliefs. We look through our values, we look through our memories, we look through our associations, our friends, and filters, but we don't really see what's out there. What we see is kind of a projection. It's kind of like what we see is on a movie screen uh, uh, of what the world could be like, or what the world is, and that includes problems, and it includes talents, and it includes everything that we have, and that's extremely limited. And we take it as if it's true, just as we accept that we think our thoughts are true, but our thoughts aren't true. We are the thinker of our thoughts. And so what we can have is we can have thoughts that serve us or thoughts that don't serve us, and we're like the chooser of the thoughts that serve us or the thoughts that don't. And what happens is that people too often, too frequently take themselves too seriously. They take life too seriously. They think that the thoughts that they have that they're stuck with and that they can't necessarily change their thoughts, or that the reality from which they're living in is the only reality that exists, and that's just not true. We have to go beyond what we think is real and go beyond the thoughts that don't serve us and the beliefs that don't serve us and the feelings that don't serve us and the actions that don't serve us, and just live our life. And the way to do that is to get really, really curious, number one, and become fascinated and captivated like a child who can go out and play with a stick or play with a bug or play with an animal or a pet or another child, and just let go and not take ourselves so seriously, and find a sense of celebration and a sense of gratitude for everything there is, because what we don't know is what we don't know. What we're not aware of, we're not aware of. If we don't know that there are other choices, we'll never make those choices until we wake up and become aware of them. And people get down on themselves, and they complain about themselves, and they hate themselves, and they don't like the way their body looks, they don't like the way they think, they don't like the money that they have or don't have, they don't like their children or their spouse or their parents. They're not happy because they're focused on the wrong things, instead of being focused on gratitude and what's good and the silver lining and the hidden treasures that are all right there. It's kind of like this: if somebody buried $1 billion in your yard and no one ever told you, you'd be standing on $1 billion, and you wouldn't have any access to it because you wouldn't know it existed until you got really, really curious and said, I wonder if there's anything in this earth beneath me, and you bothered to dig it up and look for it, and then you find $1 billion. You go, oh my gosh, I've been standing on $1 billion for 20 years or 40 years or 60 years, and I didn't know it. And that's how people live. They live with this really incredible treasure inside themselves that they don't access because they're not aware that it's there. And I'm here to tell you it's there. It's right. It's inside you. It's your authentic self. It's when all the other stuff falls away, when all the layers and all the conditioning and all the beliefs and all the limitations and all the reasons and the rise and the complaints and the excuses drop away, that you find yourself, you find your true face, you find your true being. You're enlightened to a new idea, you become aware, you wake up, and life is qualitatively and quantitatively different. And whether you end up having more money or a better house or a better car or better things or not, you're happy with where you are. And that's the thing, that if you're happy where you are, you can always invite more in. But if you're not happy with what you have, you'll never be happy with whatever else you get. And plenty of people, movie stars and recording stars and investors and bankers and real estate people and people who get very rich and famous, if all they want is money and things, they oftentimes find out that the money and things didn't make them happy. In fact, there have been a few billionaires who have billions of dollars, and they lost some money and they killed themselves because they didn't want to lose their money. They were afraid but they still have billions of dollars. But it wasn't the billions of dollars that made them happy. So, it's not what we have, and it's not necessarily what we do, but it is who we are that determines how much enjoyment and how much love and fulfillment and a wonderful life we have. And then who we are determines what we do, and what we do determines what we can acquire or what we have. So it starts.
So, okay. To whom you're saying? Because you're using the word called we. To whom? Who is we, and to whom you're saying?
I'm saying it to anyone who's within earshot, anyone who's listening, anyone who's watching. People I've said it to myself because this is the path of my transformation too. And it's that as a rule, we're just sleeping people on the planet. I mean, there are awakened people on the planet, but there are a lot of sleepers. And so the sleepers need a gentle awakening. And, I can shake them and they're not going to wake up, and I can turn the alarm up and they're not going to wake up, and you can hit them with, a bucket of water and they may not wake up. They will wake up when they wake up.
Okay.
And then when they wake up, they wake up. So people will hear this and go, oh, Rex, you're crazy, or this is silly, or it's stupid, or whatever. But somebody might go, I have never thought of it that way before.
Yeah.
And then things start to open up, because it's about how open you are. When I say you, I don't mean you personally, but I'm saying as people. But it applies to you. It applies to me.
Yeah.
It depends on how open we are, how available we are, how curious we are, how teachable we are, how willing we are to allow ourselves to discover things about which we think we already know.
Okay.
I know that are the most dangerous words in the human language. I know that. I got it. I know it, because it means that we've closed the door. We don't want to. We're not letting anything else in.
Okay.
Great questions, by the way, and I could talk all day.
Okay. So yeah, you said about you said that you're like a water. You're just putting water on the people who are sleeping.
I'm sprinkling them. I could be dumping it, but I'm sprinkling them with love and water.
Okay. So yeah, say how many people will be sleeping approximately? What do
Well,
you?
if there's
I mean, do you know?
people,
Because the world, I don't know the exact world population. How many people approximately that they are sleeping, and how many people you are saying?
I'm saying it to everybody who is sleeping and or is awake. I'm talking to whoever watches our conversation. I'm talking to the world. I'm talking to 8 billion people. If 8 billion people see it, we all, each and every one of us, it's not whether there's, I mean, think of it this way. There's the world and there's 8 billion people on it, and we all think we're separate people, but we're really one just organism. We're one species. We're one consciousness. We aren't, you know, I use an analogy that I might have shared last time, and I don't know if I did or not. It's not a perfect analogy, but it works somewhat to demonstrate what I'm talking about. If you think of consciousness as a mirror, a regular mirror, like you could hang on the wall or something, that's consciousness. That's everything. That's everything that exists now and in the past and in the future. That's conscious. Okay.
Okay.
Consciousness decided to shatter the mirror, broke it into millions and billions of pieces, little tiny shards of glass, reflective glass. And all those billions of little pieces are you and me and all the 8 billion people on the planet.
Okay.
And what we do is we reflect each other because we're glass, we're mirrors, we still reflect each other. But we've
Okay.
stopped realizing that we are one mirror. We think we're individual pieces. So I'm my little piece and you're your little piece and everybody else is their little piece. And then what happens is we bump into each other and we meet each other and we do these things. And what we're really doing is reflecting each other. We're reflecting what is. I look at
Okay.
you, and I see your physical and you see the physical me, but inside of us, the higher being that's inside of us, that isn't the little piece of glass, the little mirror part, is all of what consciousness is. So the
Okay.
namaste of what I bow to the utmost expression of the divine in you, or to the pure consciousness in you, is so we forgot that we're this one thing, and we're truly this one thing. So I'm talking to the one thing. I'm just one thing talking to one thing. It's an
Okay.
expression. It's an expression to capture those individuals who think they're separate, but we're really
Okay.
truly.
Okay. And tell me about because you know about life and you wrote a book about life. Um, you understood a lot of things in your life. So tell me about honesty.
About honesty.
In Yes,
What would you like to know about honesty? It's important to be honest.
it is important to be honest. With whom you should be honest, and to everybody or to some people or only to the people who are connected with you.
I think first you have to be honest with yourself. You got to get
Okay.
straight with who you are, what you present to the world, what you present to your family and friends and strangers and whatever that image. You be as honest as you can, and I'm a firm believer that you should be able to walk your talk. That's what integrity is about. That is what congruence and alignment is about, and that it means that you should keep your word. For example, if you make a commitment to somebody, you should try and keep it. If you make a commitment or a promise to yourself, you should keep it. Um, and you should do it right away. So if you say, you know what, I'm going to clean my desk tomorrow morning, then tomorrow morning clean your desk. If you say, I'm going to clean my desk, and you can do it within 24 hours, do it. The problem with a lot of people is they over over promise. They're going to clean my whole house,
Okay.
and and then they go, oh my, I can't do that, and then they don't do any of it. So better to say, I'm going to straighten these pencils and put them in a pencil cup. I'm going to
Okay.
straighten my,
Okay.
and little bit by little bit, drop by drop, inch by inch, keep their promise. Because when you break your promise to yourself, it's like slapping yourself in the face. That the higher self in you accepts you and forgives you. It doesn't matter, but you are creating conflict with you. And the same thing happens when you are deceptive or not honest with another person. If you break your word to another person, or you lie or you deceive, then you're doing the same to the other person. So we're honest with ourselves, we're honest with others, we're honest with the universe, consciousness, God, or whatever you want to call it. Is the best practice, because when you're
Okay.
honest, you get, and you can be authentic and you live from your authentic self. Then everything seems to work. Not everybody will like you if you're honest, and that doesn't mean you have to hurt people's feelings. If somebody says, "What do you think of my dress or my shoes?" You don't have to go, "God, they're the worst thing I ever saw in my life." You don't have to be brutally honest. You just say, "I hope you enjoyed them. I mean, I couldn't wear them, but if they go, what do you think I look like in them?" You could say, "Well, it's not the most flattering, and I think you could find something that would accent your figure or your body or your look or your style much better than that choice. But if you like
Okay.
it, that's important." So you'd be as honest as you can be without hurting anybody.
Okay, okay. And I think we have just 2 minutes. At last, I want you to tell about life on your terms, your
Oh,
book, because yeah, your book is about is that the book which contains only your thoughts? Yeah, this book contains only your thoughts, or it is a collection of so many people's thoughts.
well, I stand on the shoulders of giants. I mean, there are a lot of people who came before me, from ancient mystics to current thought leaders who I have been influenced by in my life. And so collectively, they are in there, and I acknowledge and give credit to those people who have influenced me in positive ways. And so, but it's primarily my thoughts. It comes from my experience. I share stories, my own personal story, and the stories of other people in the book who um, who have transformed their, who have undergone hardship and have found that by applying principles and practices, they can transform their life. And the key is to make it fun and enjoyable, and to do it in a way that, because a lot of people, um, it's not about self-improvement, it's about transformation. Self-improvement means you have to add to what you are or improve on what you are. You're already perfect. We're already perfect. Our authentic being has all the resources and all the talents and all the creativity and all the wonderful stuff within us. And now it's just letting that out. It's taking out the layers, releasing the conditioning, letting go of the problems and issues like what we started our conversation on. But it's letting go of the problems to find out who you truly are, to letting go of the lies that we tell ourselves, the deceptions, the where we focus wrong, and putting our attention on the things that we can do to change our thinking and to change our feeling in a way that makes us excited to live life. So it's about living life on your terms instead of living life on somebody else's terms. It's you become the driver in your vehicle, not taking the back seat and let somebody else drive you around. They take you for a ride wherever they want you to go. Well, that's how a lot of people live. They're
Okay,
like a fork in the water. So this gives you
okay,
purpose
okay.
and direction.
Exactly. Just now you said that most of the people will be sitting on somebody's car, and they'll be going according to what others drives, and where they take them. So in the morning, I told to my girlfriend this that don't be a somebody's. I mean, I told her that I said that if you're a driver of your car, I'll be your fuel, because I'm your boyfriend. I want to be your fuel, and I'll be a fuel with which you can travel on any road, any road, or any speed breaker comes, or anything that stops you. I'm the fuel which makes you to go faster than any other vehicle which is coming side of you. So I just wanted to say that, because you told exactly, because I don't have enough experience like you have, but I just wanted to say that. Yeah.
Oh, that's very lovely, because when you work together, when you cooperate, when you're in harmony and you're in agreement and you can support each other, if one is the vehicle or the driver and the other is the fuel, then you can go to wherever you both decide you want to go. If you're traveling together as a team, and if you have to go different ways at different times, then in harmony and with understanding, you attempt to work that out. But it's really a wonderful way that you spoke with your girlfriend by saying, "I am the fuel. I am here. I am helping you to get to the destinations. And we'll travel that road together." A very, very beautiful way. And the more that we work in harmony inside ourselves, with the people around us, family and friends, even strangers, the more we can create good in the world, because we pay it forward. If you make your girlfriend feel good, it's more likely she'll make somebody else feel good. If you hurt your girlfriend, it's more likely she might hurt somebody else. I mean, that's just kind of the way we deal with people. So the better we feel, the better we make others feel, the more we can uplift and inspire and encourage and love, and to love without judgment. And if things go wrong, to forgive ourselves and to forgive them, and to just allow ourselves to be, an authentic expression of ourselves, then we can transform not only ourselves, but the world together, because we're working with one mind in accordance to have a wonderful, loving, peaceful relationship.
Yeah, this is, you told about a lot of things. Thank you so much, Rex, and giving your valuable time to me and allowing me to talk with you again. And it's very less time, but still, I feel very happy to, this 20 minutes is very, valuable for me. At the same time, the people who watches this video, I'm very sorry. I'll do video with this person, this great person again. Will try to. Try to ask many more questions about different things. So yeah, thank you, Rex, for giving your time, and I'm very sorry that I came very late. I'm very sorry. Yeah.
Oh, no, we're good. I had the time. But as the time, goes on, I need to attend to other things. But we fit within a window that worked perfectly, and it allowed me to sit and read. I read Napoleon Hill, I read his book. I've read it since I was 11 years old, so I got to sit and read and wait, and so it's all good. I'm outdoors. Life is grand. Anytime you'd
Wow.
like to talk, we can set it up. I'm happy to do that. I enjoy talking with you, and it's nighttime there. It's probably very late, but I appreciate you wanting to speak again, and I'm glad that people are finding value and liking our first talk, and I hope that they like our second talk and the future talks. So have a fabulous day. Is it Saturday there or Friday there? Or wait, no, it's Saturday. Is it Saturday or Sunday
Saturday. Yes, Saturday.
there? So it must be late Saturday.
Yes, yes.
And see, it's like almost noontime here Saturday.
Okay. It's 10 p.m. here. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, we're 11:30. So okay. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening and your weekend, and have a fabulous uh, rest of the time, and until we meet up again. And do send me a link. I'd love to see our conversation.
Sure, definitely. And I want you to continue inspiring people, writing things, and trying to send positive vibes and positive thoughts into the brains. And I want you to make a lot of people to come out from their sleep.
Appreciate that kindly. That has been a mission and vision of mine for 40 years, is to reach out and touch people and help them in whatever way I can. And there's good things. I've got another book that I'm working on, right? A couple of them, another book, a couple other projects I'm working on to hopefully reach more people and to spread the good news and to share it with others. So I appreciate you helping me do that through these conversations.
I call you as a torch bearer. You're putting a torch and you're telling. I call you as a torch bearer.
As a what?
Torch bearer. Torch bearer.
It's hard. My dog is barking in the background, so I don't know if you can hear her. But hi there, really.
Yeah, hi to your dog, and I was talking. I was telling you that you are a torch bearer. Yes.
I appreciate that.
Because you're putting torch in the dark and making the dark to look. You know, you're putting a light in the dark, and I want you to continue that, and I want you to inspire a lot of people in the world, and I'll try to show you as soon as possible to the audience who are connected with me.
You're wonderful. I appreciate you. I'm really glad that we've met and that we get to have these conversations.
Yeah. Can I put this video on my YouTube channel?
Pardon me? What did you say?
You were telling something? You were telling something.
I was saying you are doing a great service too. You're having these conversations with people. You're helping people wake up. You're helping people touch people by what you do and by. I mean, so hey, more power to you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, Rex. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you so much. We'll see you Saturday.
Yeah. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.